Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Before and After Thought with your shoe, as always, Queen Crazy K. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like, that follow button on Instagram and YouTube, comment, and support my channel just as much as you watch it and enjoy it. This is going to be a double showdown before and after thought. It's going to cover over the past 2 weeks of what's been happening and what's been going on, everything you need to know, as always, and want to know. And be sure to follow, subscribe, and like, share, comment, and tell your family, your friends, and whoever to watch and enjoy Queen Crazy K videos. Now we're going to jump right into it. We're going to go over, this is 2 weeks ago, over Monday Night Raw results is what we're going to talk about here. So on these Monday Night Raw results, I'm going to show you the top 3 videos that I had to, but first, I'm going to talk about the Monday Night Raw results and then show you what was my top 3 that I posted from the Raw results. So, make sure this is up. So we had our Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair defeat Nikki Cross in a singles action for her putting her nose where it doesn't belong at Crown Jewel. And then we had Alexa Bliss and Asuka defeat Io Shirai and Dakota Kai to become the next new Tag Team Women's Champion since they injured their arm and a leg a couple weeks ago, about a month ago actually, before they returned. Bayley got what she deserved for thinking she was going to get away with that win and not from our EST leader. Faster, quickest, strongest, the roughest, the toughest. You can't spell best without the EST. Monday night EST nights. Bianca Belair dominating. Not only her opponent, Nikki Cross, who didn't involve getting in there, but also against Bayley, who thought she was going to get away with it, and then her friends come back after an injury and become next new Tag Team Women's Champion. What a welcome back from injury. Beating the same 2 people that injure you, taking what their most prized possessions, what they honor and they love the most, like they tried to do with you by trying to end your career, end your wrestling career. So that being said, as far as that goes, that was Halloween night, and then we were to have, them make a statement, make a challenge out and all that stuff before with Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar saying, hey, you know what? I don't want to talk face to face. I don't want to talk amongst the videos. I don't want to, mess around with these 2 gladiators, these who have history in the WWE, not only with each other, but amongst each other as well. Brock Lesnar, WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar, Royal Rumble winner, Brock Lesnar, the Beast, the Conqueror, not only WWE Champion and Money in the Bank winner, Royal Rumble winner, I mean, he's done it all. And then you have Bobby Lashley, Intercontinental Champion, 3-time United States Champion, Dominator of the Hurt Business. They have so much history with Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar being the Almighty and the Beast. So the Almighty and the Beast, Beast returns, attacks Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley comes out and shows him, I can brawl just like you and you ain't going to get away with it. Beast Brock Lesnar returned and cost Bobby Lashley the United States Championship belt by attacking him. So Bobby Lashley was like, let's brawl right now and get this over. You ain't going to get away with it. And that's exactly what happened as far as that went. And he did. Then, got a little bit of a back and forth here now. You had Seth Rollins remain the United States Champion. Do not disturb. Call me when I'm trying to do my podcast. I had a phone call. Sorry about that. Seth Rollins is the visionary. And there's so many things Seth Rollins has done, and I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm going to keep on observing it. Because it's awesome. It is amazing what Seth Rollins has done and what Seth Rollins is currently done. United States Champion, still the Architect, still burning it down, defeating Theory in a singles action match to remain United States Champion. And it was a hell of a fight and a hell of a match that Theory gave. I mean, you got to give it to him. Stepping in there with Seth Rollins like an Architect, a Hall of Famer, a legendary. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet, but in my book, Seth Rollins has already earned his Hall of Fame legendary spot because he's already done so many great things. WWE, I mean, first ever NXT men's champion, WWE champion, the most dominating team in WWE in my book, a part of the members of the Shield, then become a WWE champion, United States champion, Intercontinental champion, now he's United States champion again, Universal champion, Mr. Money in the Bank, successfully become WWE champion after that, won the Royal Rumble, beat the Beast Brock Lesnar, beat Hall of Famer legendary like Triple H, the game himself, who runs Monday Night Raw, came back after a knee injury and surgery and won his match against the Tribal Chief undefeated for 2.5 years, Roman Reigns, at Money in the Bank in just a singles action match. Seth Rollins is the architect. Seth Rollins is the visionary. Seth Rollins burns it down, and every time it is Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins remaining the United States champion, winning over Austin Theory. Whether you like it or not, he is the architect, and he's still dominant still today as our United States champion. That's why he's the visionary. And in my book, that's exactly how it's gonna be. That's exactly said it just like that. There's nothing I missed out. There's nothing that he can't do. And not only, he's a king of manipulating and mind games and getting the job done at the same time. People can get mad and get upset, but at the end of the day, he manipulated, he played mind games with you, and he came out on top. And speaking of Roman Reigns, his former brother, best friend, dominated the team together, undefeated 2.5 years, undisputed WWE and Universal Champion, returned on my Night Raw and showed The Miz that, I'm in God's mode and you will acknowledge me. Punched him right in the face with a Superman punch. I mean, I don't know what his plan was, why he was out there, be on his team or against him, but either way, he won't stick his nose in Roman Reigns' business. So, we have this match right here, and then, the rest of Monday Night Raw, the Judgment Day and OC situation towards Crown Jewel. Now, it was OC that, they returned and they got the best over Judgment Day for what they did at Edge at Extreme Rules. Then, after that situation happened, then Judgment Day got a win over OC. Well, then OC returned the favor on the singles action. They didn't like it. They attacked him. Got revenge on the man that beat him before. And this is the match right here that I'm talking about, with them going back and forth. How Cara Anderson beat Damian Priest to make up for him. He may have came up short against Finn Balor, but he beat Damian Priest, and then they got revenge on Dominic with AJ Styles and them. But with Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day got over OC with the, of course, odds over the evens. That'll be in any scenario. Even if she wasn't a woman, you got more people. But OC's former Raw Tag Team Champions, former WWE World Champions, AJ Styles, former WWE Champion, Classic Styles, they're dominant together as a team, and they would have got over and won that match if it hadn't been for her being a female, because they had the upper hand, even if they did have an extra person or whatever. And then, yeah, Hall of Fame legendary like JBL. I love when John Cena used to humiliate and beat JBL all the time. That was hilarious. That was funny to see John Cena beat JBL, not only defeated him in a match, but humiliate him at the same time. Because I grew up watching John Cena. He was the first wrestler I saw when I started watching wrestling. First wrestler that got me into it and showed me every step of the way in the path. Whether it was, he never was really a bad guy. He was just like this cool guy that I seen that I was so amused by and so dominated and could back up what he says and not afraid to back down. And no matter if you like him or not, he was dominant, he was creative, he got the job done. And that's why John Cena always has and always will be my number one favorite WWE superstar. Yeah, as far as that goes, those has knows my number one favorite WWE superstar, John Cena. Rookie, ruthless aggressive, warlike, Dr. Death-onomics, you can't see me. Hustle, loyalty, respect, 16-time WWE champion. Cause if you want some, you come get some. And you can't see John Cena. That is how you do that. Hall of Famer, legendary, and now over to the acting side. And already had so many great things that he's done in the WWE career. WWE champion. He's been WWE champion 16 times. United States champion. Tag Team Champion, Mr. Money in the Bank, won the Royal Rumble back in 2008 from his returned after a knee injury, became World Heavyweight Champion, beat Hall of Famers and legendaries like Kane, Big Show, Mark Henry, dominate Survivor Series team with Dolph Ziggler being the only man against like Seth Rollins. Since what he had collaboration when he had a broken nose, still remain United States Champion. John Cena is one of a kind. John Cena is a Hall of Famer legend, and JBL, with him pulling that shenanigans stuff, I was talking about him because he's and Corbin teaching R-Truth he wasn't wanting to play his games, I guess. That's why I brought that up. Because JBL's out there and he's one that all the time on commentary who respect John Cena. Never said anything bad about him when he was on commentary. As a wrestler, yeah, because, he's going back and forth and all that. But when he got on commentary and was talking about the wrestlers, who say nothing but great, respectful things about Cena, because how can you not? And then that would bring Elias and Matt Riddle. Now, they defeated the Academy in the Pumpkin match. I call them hashtag by Queen's Cray. You can call me on this hashtag the Musical Brothers. Now, it was a little dog and stuff, so I was like, they both play instruments. They both dominate. They're destructive musical bros for Matt Riddle. And as far as Matt Riddle's team and what name it's going to be with him and Elias. Now, these are the top three. They're very short, but I'm going to show you my top. I just wanted to show you because these were the top 3 Raw. So that would be the results. My opinions and my thoughts on the results of Monday Night Raw. Now, these are my top 3 Raw videos that I made. So, it's very short, but I'm going to play it anyways. Alexa Bliss and Asuka becoming Tag Team Women's Champion. That was my top number 1 video. Judgment Day against OC. That was my top number 2. And then AJ Styles and OC going against the Judgment Day at Crown Jewel. Those are my top 3 Raw result videos that I made that you guys all watched. And as far as that goes, put them in 1, 2, 3, my top 3 videos of Raw results. And then we had Drew McIntyre's on the bump about him getting revenge on Karen Cross for what happened at Extreme Rules. And then we had the Hall of Famer, the legendary Rikishi, the inventor, the stink face, who can get in there, who can dance, who can have fun, who can dominate with that stink face, crush your ribcage with that ass. No other than Rikishi. Now this, I'm going to play it like I do, but just talk about it background, the legendary, the history, the phenomenal of the Samoan family. Since wrestling's been created, they've been in there. Uncles, first ever African American tag team champions. The most electrifying man in sports and entertainment, The Rock. Tribal Chief, undefeated for 2.5 years, Roman Reigns. The Usos, longest reigning, greatest Raw and SmackDown tag team champions ever in WWE history. Rikishi, their father, living that legend before they got to come and do the exact same thing to make history and crack some skulls around. Tamina, Raw champion. Her father doing the same thing, teaching her the ropes. Nia Jax, also Raw Women's, former Raw Women's champion. So, the Samoan bloodline, and then you have Solo in there, former NXT North American champion. So, the bloodline is legends, is Hall of Famers, has been in there since WWE has been created, and nobody can argue that. And each and individual of them create that history for their own characteristic, not based off their family, but for themselves. They each have something that they bring to the table. So I'm going to talk about this top 10 of the Samoan family based on that. And if you catch a Butch, you don't want to be in the ring with him unless you want some broken fingers on out of character. Now I will talk about this top 10 of the Samoan family and then show you my Halloween video. With Google Pixel, your phone, now these are returns for the Samoan family. Top 10 returns. But see, here you got Roman Reigns, right? NXT champion. Dominated. And the Brothers of Destruction, like the Shield, most dominant team in WWE in my book. Longest reigning, 2.5 years, undisputed WWE champion and Universal champion. Intercontinental champion, United States champion. Won, and back in 2015, the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns is a dominant, and he's been tag team champions with Seth Rollins. And he's beat legendaries like John Cena. He's been in the ring and beat Mark Henry, Big Show, Kane, you name it. And did everything he said he was going to do. Roman Reigns is the tribal chief, and I acknowledge him. Win the ones. And then here you got Umaga, part of the family tree. Umaga. All you have to do is put that thumb, and you're going to sleep. Now this is Nia Jax, former Raw Women's Champion. Also was in the NXT. She was part of the Survivor Series team back in 2018 when she returned. Now this one gets everybody going when he returns. Was coming back to Raw alone. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Hall of Famer, legendary WWE champion, most electrifying man in sports entertainment, tag team champions, you name it all. Winning the Royal Rumble, returning and cracking skulls, anything and everything. And now he's over there on the acting side, being the best Hollywood star. Any movie with The Rock in it is going to be funny and going to be dominant. Turn that side of what's wrong, kisses up. I mean, you got boots to asses, stick it up. You come out there and you see The Rock. This is all the things that you talk about. This is The Rock. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking, you piece of monkey crap? Turn that some ritual, stick it up your candy ass. And if you don't like it, the most electrifying minute sports entertainment, bringing out the people's elbow, the people now know in front of the millions. Finally, The Rock has come back home. Now that is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I got that Jumanji game too with The Rock in it that I showed on my Instagram. It was awesome. Any movie with The Rock in it, Fast and Furious, Walking Tall, Jumanji, you name it all. Black Adam, which was awesome. It's going to be dominant, and it's going to be funny. Any movie with him and Kevin Hart together, I mean, those are the best comedians on earth, The Rock and Kevin Hart. These are when the Usos return. Yeah, Baron Corbin when he dumped dog food the first time on Roman Reigns. But then the Usos and Roman returned the favor, dumped dog food on him, and also won the match against him. Usos' longest reigning Raw and SmackDown greatest tag team champions in WWE history this past Friday made that happen against the New Day, who they had history in tag team matches since they've been in the WWE. That's the Uso Penitentiary. It ain't paranormal. And if you thought otherwise, yeet, they the ones. Family running and dominant SmackDown, still the bloodline, whether you like it or not. This is when he turned to the tribal chief. All them times getting screwed for being a good guy. So he had to flip the script and earn. Like, I earned my respect. Now I'm just going to take it. Destroying both Strowman and The Fiend. Once for all, man. Fiend slash Bray Wyatt. Is his uncle being their uncles, like I was saying, the first African American tag team champions in WWE history. Sumo wrestler. Or Simone Joel, that's from the islands too. And here is Rikishi, who invented the stink face. We can put that hat on, get all the ladies, and make a little dance for you, and still dominate you at the same time. Somebody call mom. Just bring it. Oh, this is the year I was born in. They did this. Oh, hell no is what he's saying. I mean, oh, hell yeah. So, man, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? See, it's so electrifying every time his music hits, let alone when he's actually there. The people recognize legends like The Rock. My best match with The Rock would have to be, or a rival match fight. My best would have to be The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. My best Roman Reigns match would have to be Roman Reigns versus John Cena. My best Usos would have to be the Usos versus the New Day. Rikishi, I mean, anybody that he pretty much goes against. I guess against Miss McMahon when he made him part of the ass kissing club. So those are my favorite matches. And then you got Simone Jones and, Rikishi. And you got Solo, Rikishi, and Simone Jones. Simone Jones, Finn Balor. I'd have to say for that one. Or Simone Jones, Brock Lesnar, I'd have to say for that one. And then it would have to be, yeah, Simone Jones and Brock Lesnar. I'd say that one. And then probably Rikishi and like Triple H. And this is my 31 days. This is my Halloween 31 movies that I watched this year for Halloween video that I made. In case you missed it. follow, subscribe on Instagram and YouTube, and you won't miss it. It's awesome. It's amazing. These are the movies that I watched for my 31 Halloweens this year. It's a little rap video that I made. I don't know if you can hear it. It's just a little rap doctor video that I called it when I was at the hospital, the VA hospital. My grandpa getting his eyes checked. Just wanted to walk down the hall and make something up real quick on the top of my head, and that's what I did. So based off of that, then this would bring you SmackDown results now. And then I'll show you my top 3 SmackDown videos based off of you guys watching it. Now this was 2 weeks ago, but I'm gonna show it anyways. Rey Mysterio will always be a Hall of Famer, a legendary 619 Fear of the Mass. Even though he came up short against Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship belt. LA Knight, obviously couldn't beat Ricochet if he had to hang on to the tights in the rope. Monster Braun Strowman going through 1 and 2, 3, and 4 guys dominating. That's why he's the monster of all monster for a reason, just dominating anything and everything that got in his way, proving a point, proving why he's the monster of all monster, proving why he's a former tag team champion, WWE champion, proving why I think he won Elimination Chamber for Mr. Money in the Bank. He is a destroyer, a destructioner for a reason. And then that would bring us to Ronda Rousey, remaining the SmackDown Women's Champion. And her and Shayna Baszler made a statement over Natalya backstage after her win. Also on top of that, and then that would bring me to Roman Reigns and the Usos it was Sheamus and Butch and All. They attacked Sheamus and injured his arm, and then the Usos versus Butch and All at Crown Jewel for the Tag Team Champions belts. And these are my top 3. I'm gonna show you videos. Now this first one, Rey Mysterio, Fear of the Mass, going up against Intercontinental Champions belt, and then LA Knight cheating against Ricochet. Braun Strowman, the monster of all monsters, destroying 4 guys to make up for that LA cheating against Ricochet, but Rey Mysterio is still legendary. Even though he didn't become Intercontinental Champion, he won the Fatal 4-Way to get to the Intercontinental Champion after everything that he's been through. That's a hell of a lot that any other superstar would have got to. EST night, my Raw predictions.
now we're a little bit. So for tonight, for Monday Night Raw, I'm gonna start with that first. My prediction is, I think that, they're gonna have Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Candice LeRae team up against Damage Control and Nikki Cross in a 4-on-4 8-man tag team match. Seth freaking Rollins is going to dominate in his United States Championship Open Challenge, which should be Elias to accept it, or Mustafa Ali. And then I think that the
Didn't
almighty
happen.
Bobby Lashley
Good idea.
and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar with his revenge, Bobby Lashley with just winning flesh is going to destroy each other.
Destructionary.
So they get in the back of the ring with each other in an official match that will obviously
Didn't happen.
higher the rates of the match, probably in last man standing, no disqualification, some kind of match like that. They're gonna throw down tonight on Raw, and I think that then the Judgment Day, OC can surprise Judgment Day with someone helping them out for what happened.
And they did.
For what happened at Crown Jewel to get their revenge, and Strowman, man, Braun Strowman or Omos. Probably Omos because Strowman's usually on SmackDown. Omos just gonna destroy some skulls on Raw. Show that he's still the giant of Raw since he
And it happened.
at Crown Jewel.
Great idea.
And that is my predictions for tonight's Monday Night Raw. Queen Krazy K, follow, subscribe, Instagram, and YouTube. Peace.
Peace. Raw prediction, Queen Krazy K.
Yo, it's Queen Krazy K. Follow and subscribe on Instagram and YouTube for free. Would support my channel. I'm gonna go ahead right now
SmackDown
and do
predictions.
my SmackDown predictions. Think that Karen Cross and Drew McIntyre are still gonna be destroying each other. Despite Drew McIntyre's winning, Karen Cross wants another match with Drew McIntyre, so they gonna get into a brawl fight. Strowman's gonna crack some skulls and show that he is the monster of all monster for a reason.
And he is, and he did.
Dominate. Usos got the New Day to remain Raw and SmackDown tag team
And they did,
champions.
making history.
Who is next to face Roman Reigns for the Universal
There's
Championship
no one left.
as he defeated Logan Paul. And then
True that.
updated on Natalia with her broken nose.
Yeah, shatter her nose after the match is over.
As SmackDown champion and trainer and friends amongst each other. I think that Charlotte's still coming to do a challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Eventually.
And then
she will.
As far as that goes, maybe Heat Roll and a tag team match. With Zelina Vega and them, and
since they already beat them for attacking them, they do have a tag team match, just not against them. Via the Viking Raiders. And that is how you do it.
Damn, that was a good one. Oh, late. With the Google Pixel 7, you can... Damn, that was a good one. Oh, late. With the Google Pixel 7, you give your videos a dramatic effect with cinematic blur.
Then you had Elias, still a musician outside of wrestling, on the bump, and it was the Dead Man Hall of Fame legendary The Undertaker on out his character, the Viper, Randy Orton, 14-time World Heavyweight Champion, won the most WrestleMania in WWE history, The Undertaker. Dead Man himself on out his character, 14-time World Heavyweight Champion, Hall of Famer, legendary Randy Orton on out his character, on the updates of them. And then bring OC as far as what's next for them on After the Bell. And then those are my Raw and SmackDown predictions. I just want to show you that. And then Crown Jewel it was Crown Jewel bump with Bobby Lashley, Logan Paul, updates and thoughts on their match. And then this was my results of what actually happened at Crown Jewel. Yeah, up, up, down, down, 2K 2022 wrestling game with the host Xavier Woods. Uh, theory on Theory, Ricochet, and Bianca Belair was on the workout with Sheamus. As far as that go, on NASCAR AJ Styles and Liv Morgan on the episode Chucky. This is my crown jewel. This was the past SmackDown that happened this week, but for some reason it doesn't have my Raw results on here. Or maybe I already said it. I'll do my crown jewel real fast and then I'll show you my Raw results. So you see, Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, like I said, since Damage Control cheated against Alexa Bliss and Asuka for the Tag Team Women's Championship belt. But at least Bianca Belair remained Raw Women's Champion the last minute against Bayley. Like I said, Roman Reigns remained undisputed champion against Logan Paul. Like I said, the Usos make sure no one got involved. Solo makes sure his brother didn't get involved as they remain Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions against Butch and against Rush, and then Omos, maybe the Giant. But a giant ain't nothing against a monster like Monster Raw Monster Braun Strowman, who dominated him in that match. Bobby Lashley got the last laugh over Brock Lesnar for returning and attacking him despite him picking up the victory as far as that goes. So those are, if you watch my other podcast, you would have saw my Crown Jewel prediction, and those are my Crown Jewel results. You also would have saw my Raw prediction as well as my top Raw results and videos, SmackDown result and video. This past Raw and SmackDown predictions I made out of character involved on this podcast. So follow, subscribe, and screen too, and all that good stuff. I made my Halloween video. I just made the rap video just because it was just something extra and fun to put out there and to do. Now, what I was saying, since Liv Morgan's been on that Chucky episode, she has gone to a dark place, and AJ Styles has been on the NASCAR race car. It has updated him in the OC, to get the best over the Judgment Day, who didn't see that coming, bringing back Mia Lim to help them out against Rhea Ripley. And then I was talking about Bianca Belair was on the workout with Sheamus, Ricochet, and Theory was also as a Ninja Warrior and All Day, and the EST Quickest, Row, Strongest, Fastest was on Sheamus. Workout video when Bianca Belair won her Raw and Champion. Ricochet been dominant as a Ninja on SmackDown, and Theory, Mr. Money in the Bank, was that and up down with Xavier Woods. That's what I was talking about. The point. Now these are my top three what happened last SmackDown. But first, I'm gonna do Raw. So OC and bringing back, got the best over. Now I don't know why they took my Raw days off for some reason. I had some Raw videos I was gonna show you my top ones, and for some reason it got taken off of my thing. So it looks like Theory smashing his briefcase was my top video that got the most views from Raw all day. And then that was my top number one. Theory getting his briefcase smashed for my top number one Raw video that I did. And then, wait, no. That's not the right video. No, my top video was the Usos winning the tag team match. And then with the Usos and Solo defeating Matt Riddle and the New Day in a 3-3 6-man tag team match. That was my top number one video from Monday Night Raw that I did. And then what came in second place was the Judgment Day bringing back Mia Lim to Monday Night Raw to get the best over the Judgment Day, who did not see that coming. Or Dexter getting revenge on The Miz for what he did, the week before to him. Bobby Lashley, to me, just got revenge on Seth Rollins for attacking him before, in theory, because he won the United States Championship against him in the first place. And against Ali just because he tried to cut him in line when he had unfinished business and wasn't going to let anybody get in his way. And then Theory crushing his briefcase when he came up short. Now he's no longer Mr. Moneybank, as to remain the United States Champion is Seth freaking Rollins. And then that video was my top 3 video. Ha! People got dog heads. That's funny. So to me, Bobby Lashley's just getting his revenge on everybody that's done anything to him. And Dexter, same thing with him over The Miz. Well, the brawl between Damage Control and Bianca Belair challenging them to War Games because of their shenanigans that they can never win fairly when they attack them. Baron Corbin's been winning since he's came on Monday Night Raw. You got to give it to him. Picking up wins since he's came to Monday Night Raw, and the Usos still around SmackDown Tag Team Champions for a reason, dominated as the ones. World's Strongest Slam, Otis, taking a page out of Mark Henry's book. And this is my video game play of 2K 2022 that I was talking about with the host of Xavier Woods. This is one of my other videos. With Lita. When I got to see Lita return live on SmackDown. Demon Fever. Halloween video. what I did for Halloween. Camping, going to the pumpkin patch, haunted houses, Halloween music video, the one that I showed y'all, the sound Halloween one I made, dressing up Halloween video, in case y'all didn't see it. So I think that was pretty awesome. And then the rest of the video. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. And then this past top SmackDown videos. Now it changed. Wow. It changed since the last time that I've been on here. So now I gotta. Maybe that's why it was taken off my playlist because it changed. So my top video was Bray Wyatt or The Fiend. Haha! So The Fiend or Bray Wyatt getting revenge on LA Knight for cheating that match against Ricochet. Got the most views. Over 2,000 people 2 days ago watching it. And then what came in number two would have to be Sarah Logan returning with the Viking Raiders attacking Heat Row. Although Zillia and her team deserved it. Heat Row didn't though. And then Shanti winning to be the next challenger against SmackDown champion Ronda Rousey because she did choke her out backstage after that bloodline against the returning Sheamus for War Games Survivor Series men match. And then the Monster Raw Monster just destroying all four people, of course. World Cup is when it started. And this was making history. Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions against the New Day. What better than the New Day that they created history with since they've been in the WWE, let alone the Monster Raw Monster and just destroying for the World Cup. Oh, smash! And then that's why I was talking about Brock Lesnar can wait with Bobby ISF, New York Star, the United States Champion, and then the other before and after thoughts that I did. And this is Thanksgiving early. Thanksgiving early. So Thanksgiving's coming up. And we got time.
The goat says you. Now it's blonde. My class is popping. Wakanda forever. Got him.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's funny. It ain't a bag, it's a do rag. Get it right. Tick tock. Tick tack.
Pumpkin. Yeah.
This is Halloween. Everybody make a scream.
So that. Rat. I was at talking to you. That was my for my Raw predictions, Raw results, top Raw videos, Raw, SmackDown, predictions, SmackDown results, and top SmackDown videos, and then this past Raw and SmackDown videos, and my Raw predictions, and a little bit of Halloween videos I made. The sound of Halloween, Thanksgiving coming up, and a little bit of rap video in between there, just because we had time for that Hall of Fame legend and respect for the rest of what I was addressing and what I was talking about. So that is a double show now. Now we still got time for the rest of this podcast. So I am gonna not, I even showed you the Raw and SmackDown that 2K 2022 playing. And the restaurant was right here too, because I went to show the costumes and stuff that I had to the Halloween and Thanksgiving coming up now, and made sure that that was everything that we done based on everything that we was talking about, and that we were just nothing as far as me wanting to show you exactly what I did and what I didn't realize I had so many views because I just posted that. And I was like, oh, okay, I gotta switch things around because the Round SmackDown views have bounced up in the last couple of days, so I had to re-show you my actual top number 1 to 3 Round SmackDown videos since they updated in 2 days. But now, since we got time, and I really wasn't prepared to have a, because I already did a Seth Rollins top video, I did a Roman Reigns top video, and I did the Simone top videos. As far as the Usos and The Rock go as well, since we was talking about that on the bump. And I even mentioned, like Drew McIntyre's WWE champion, Universal champion, Randy Orton, that 14-time World Heavyweight champion, Mr. Money in the Bank winner, that's been in their youngest WWE champion in WWE history at 24, becoming WWE champion, which brought me to Theory no longer being the Mr. Money in the Bank, but now current United States champion Seth freaking Rollins, which I already talked about that history too. And we already talked about Bianca Belair and the Tag Team Women's Champion Bayley and them. So, as far as everything concerning Raw and SmackDown, nothing current. Ow, hurt my finger. So I'm just trying to find something that, I showed you my Halloween video, just making sure we got everything now that everything has been updated and a little bit different than the last time I was on here and saw it, which literally was 2 days ago. So now I'm just trying to make sure that I didn't miss anything. And it looks like I didn't. Looks like I got everything that I wanted to talk about and discuss. And as far as that goes, this is another video that I made.
Everybody cheer my name too. And when I get on the stage, when I sing this, and I do this and do that, when I get into this finger, it's like.
So that is just a little taste of
Put your hands on your lap because you know what it is. I'm coming after that.
That's just a little taste, snipnits that I was working on. It's called Tiger.
So I've never been in a fancy bathroom like this before. Whoa. Wait. Where's the sink at? Is this the sink? Wait, how
Doesn't
do I
look
use
like the sink
this?
from the fancy restroom.
This is the soap. Oh, this is the water. Oh, it's like a fire.
That's
Cool.
a fancy ass bathroom that I was
And then
in.
it's up
Never
to here.
seen it.
Okay. Awesome.
Like a font.
That hurt.
And it smelled good. Come on, finger.
But ain't nobody quite like cream cookie. Cream Crazy Cakes. Follow, subscribe on Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, I'll be on that turn now. Like I mean, if you go and say that they want to be like me, want to say this, want to say that, and everybody want to get fresh me. Everybody want to rap this and do that, say me, say this, say me. But ain't nobody quite like Cream Crazy Cake. You already know, say my name, get the head, got the band. Oh, this is awesome. Thanks for that. Cream Crazy Cake says late.
That was awesome. Fancy bathroom. It was a fountain to wash your hands. Never seen one. It was awesome. Had to have that in there. Had to put that in there. Got some hair salon. I got my hair done. And the starting one, that's just a little snip of new songs that I was working on, like the Rap Factor one, just for fun and enjoyment. And these are the other Raw and SmackDown issues that you may have saw from these podcasts that I was talking about. And this one, I don't know why it's only 3 minutes. I feel a little bit of
Yet, but I think Charlotte Flair is going to return and challenge Ronda Rousey to SmackDown Women's Championship belt because I think it's Ronda Rousey this time
So
that
these are
has
the
something to
other ones, podcast Raw and
get
SmackDown
him to
position I
that
did.
level.
And then part 1 and 2 and
Charlotte knows
3.
that. Dominating match. Already giving me chills. That are how who he beat to become the United States champion and Matt Riddle is you should be proud of yourself that R2 Raw.
And the last one. And a commercial. What the heck? Huh?
Candlestick, taking the easy way out. Nobody's gonna let you get away with that, and that's not gonna fly back. So I think Charlotte is gonna return and want to face Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey, I know it's history. Imagine if that actually happened for both of them with the high and got great. So it's gonna be since before summer. Now this one, we're gonna talk about Seth Rollins like I was talking about. So that would be Saturday. That's my opinions and thoughts on Saturday and Sunday results as it.
So that's what's coming up for the last Raw and SmackDown prediction based on the Raw and SmackDown results top 3 videos that I showed. And the Halloween versus now this Thanksgiving time and the differences that I've made from the Raw and SmackDown that I was talking about. And that was my Raw, predictions. My SmackDown predictions for tomorrow or this week's SmackDown, since I already did my Raw predictions for yesterday's Raw, which I will show my Raw top videos. That I did, based on yesterday at another time. Because these ones are new. But I can do my Raw prediction video for tonight's SmackDown edition. So my Raw prediction videos, I think that Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka are going to have the return from her injury, and when they started injuring people in the first place, Becky Lynch and Candice LeRae joined Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka to take on not only Attack Damage Control, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley for what they did last Monday, but also that would be our Survivor Series War Games team. And then Matt Riddle, team up with Elias to verse the Academy in a 2-on-2 tag team match. Seth Rollins to remain in the Open Challenge United States Champion against Ali, maybe. And Dexter finally getting his singles action match, and Johnny making sure Miz stays in the ring against him. And then, as far as that goes, that is all I can think of right now. Yeah, that is my Raw predictions for tonight. And then you'll see my Raw. Follow and subscribe on Instagram, YouTube. You'll see my Raw results videos that I put out on Instagram and YouTube, and put them in my top 3 on my next podcast I do. And then same with the top 3 and results for the SmackDown. And follow and subscribe. Keep your eye out as well. My SmackDown prediction videos would have to be Heat Row teaming up to get revenge against the Viking Raiders in 3-3 6-man tag team match. And I could see Sami Zayn joining Roman Reigns and the Usos in solo for the Survivor Series War Game. But who was going to join? Let's see, the New Day. Wait, it'd be Butch, Olive, and Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre. So maybe Kevin Owens for that Survivor Series men match. And then the Fee slash Bray Wyatt. I mean, he already saw it. Got revenge on LA Knight, so I don't really think they're going to do a match. And then just Omos and Braun Strowman dominating both Raw and SmackDown. And I think Charlotte's going to challenge Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Champion sooner or later, like I said before. I still think that's the go. And the update on the broken nose of Natalya. Since Shayna Baszler did that, her revenge, but who are you going to get as a tag team partner is the question. So that is tonight's Monday Night Raw predictions, and follow and subscribe on Instagram and YouTube because you'll see my Raw result videos that I post to tonight, and also follow and subscribe because based on my SmackDown prediction, you'll see my breakdown videos as well. And then this weekend I'll do my podcast as far as this week goes and stuff. So Queen Krazy K, follow and subscribe on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you for watching, enjoying, and supporting. Queen Krazy K is out.